So I know I'm looking a little rough. This is not a normal setup. I am in my kitchen because today's video I'm gonna do a roll the dice makeup challenge, and I'm gonna let literally the roll of the die pick what item from that category I select. So I have a thing pulled up on my computer where I can roll die, and I'm gonna write them all down so that I can select items later. Okay, I know this lighting isn't the best, but I've got my little pad here with all my information, and I've got this pulled up. So first on the list is primer. So we have number 2, so we're going to write that down. Then foundation, we have 17, which I don't have 17 foundations, so what I'll do, you'll see, is I'll like count them up and then I'll start back over. I'll show you. This is how I used to decide what book to read to and what CD to listen to. So next is eyebrows, 8. Then we have setting powder, 3. And I'm using a D20 specifically for these later on, but I figured just keep it consistent. Bronzer, we have number 7. We have blush next, 8. Highlight, so this one is going to have 2 rolls. So the first roll, if it's 1 to 10, will be a single highlighter, and then if it's 11 to 20, it's going to be one of my palettes. So first roll will determine if it's a single or a palette. All right, 1. So that is definitely going to be a single, and then second roll is going to determine what number single I actually use. Also 1. Okay, so whatever the first highlighter in my highlight drawer is. Cool. Alright, now eyeshadow, same thing. First roll, which is 8, will determine if it's going to be a small palette or one of my larger palettes because I have them in separate locations. So this will be a small palette. And then 9 is the number palette. So now liner 1 to 10 is yes, 11 to 20 is no. So 7 is yes, and then mascara is number 15, which I'm sure I do not have 15, but again, we will just start the count over. Okay, so somehow in this whole thing, I didn't write lipstick, so since I completely forgot about it, we're just going to go in my lipstick drawer, which is going to be a bullet lipstick, and we are going to get number 12. I can't believe I forgot lipstick. So we'll see how all of this winds up tying together, and hopefully it'll look good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start picking out items. So this is my little lipstick drawer. I've pulled it out. This is bullet lipsticks. So for lipstick, we had number 12. So what I'm going to do is start with the ones on the top and work like reading a book. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what is this? This is Smashbox in the shade Punked, which is a matte. If I can open it with one hand. Oh, good. All right. Well, we're off to an interesting start. Let's move on to the next. So next, I'm going to go ahead and go into eyebrows because I don't have that many eyebrow products. So all the ones that I keep in here, I've got right here. I've got these 2 things just kind of holding them in the spot. So eyebrows is 8, so I'm just going to count and then repeat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that leaves us using the Italia Deluxe Brow Beauty in the shade Hazel, which I do really enjoy. So I'll put all this away. And then let's just go down the list. So next we have primer, and I picked number 2. So I'm only going to pick out of primers that are in this drawer. So we'll start 1, 2. As long as this is a primer, Skin Perfecting Serum, whatever. It's gonna be good enough. Next we have foundation, number 17. This is where all my foundations stay. Not all of these are foundations, but I'm going to count the foundations again, same thing, start at the top and read like a book, and then restart over to hit 17. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is not a foundation. Neither is this, neither is this. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. What did I say? 17? Okay, so I guess CYO Life Proof in 103. Next we have setting powder, which is number 3. So all my setting powders are over here. So we've just got 1, 2, 3, which is going to be the Ciate London setting powder, the Extraordinary Translucent setting powder. Then we have Bronzer 7 and Blush 8. Bronzer 7. So my bronzers are all in here, and I know that I'm going to have to repeat. Oh, actually, they're not all in here. So I'm going to just do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have some bronzers in this little drawer. So we're going up to 7, so we have 5, 6, 7. So we're going to be using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. Oh gosh, this is a medium deep matte bronzer. That is what it looks like. Mind you, this is on my phone's flash, so it's going to look a little different when I start using it. And then blush was 8. Blush starts up here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is the Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten in the shade Tropic Hues. Then we have highlight, which is going to be a single and the first one. So I'm going to go into my highlight drawer and I'm just going to pick the one that's in the top left corner, because otherwise I would be going, you know, like a book anyway. All my highlights sit in here. So the one first back here is the Urban Decay Space Powder. I don't know if there's an actual shade. I think it's just the one shade. I've never used this on camera. I got it from Glambot, so that'll be interesting. Liner, we got Yes. So I'm going to be using this one just because it's right here, which is the Agent Blue. And then mascara 15. All my mascaras are back here. So since some liners separate them, I'm just going to go clockwise around. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wander Beauty Mile High Club. And then last but not least, we have the eyeshadow. It's going to be a small palette and the first one. So my small palettes stay right here. I'm sorry, small palette and the 9th one. So my small palettes stay right here. So I'm going to count them off the top first and then go back. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just my luck. Which is a gorgeous green palette from ColourPop. So let's see what we can make with all of these items. Hi, heathens. So here we are. I have all of the items out in front of me. Casper wanted to try to steal my chair, so I told him I would just hold him while I talked for a second. And I'm not going to make another long intro. We're just going to try to jump right into it. So unfortunately, I got to put the boy down. Okay. Gently. Put him down and all of a sudden he wanted to act like he's never opened a door before. So I had to let him out. So without further ado, we're going to get right on in. I'm going to do this in the same order that I would normally do my makeup, and we'll see how it turns out. So I moisturized my face earlier with the Saturday Skin gel moisturizer. I'm going to go ahead and use this Quadali, I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, Skin Perfecting Serum as my primer. I don't know if this is a good or a bad idea, but, you know, it is what the dye foretold. And I feel like, if I can get any out of here, if this is fun for me and exciting for y'all to watch, then I might turn it into like, oh! I don't know if y'all caught that or if the mirror was in front of me, but I went to drop it on my forehead and it fell all the way down my nose. I might make this like a monthly thing, where once a month, in order to just play around and have fun, I mix products like this. As long as it doesn't somehow turn into the same products being used over and over, in which case I'll just take them out of rotation. But I feel like that's a good way to make sure that I'm using stuff and really showing stuff to y'all that y'all may not get to see as often. But let me know what you think, especially at the end, if it's even worth me doing again. Next, I'm going to go in with Brows, which was the Italia Deluxe. I got this quite a while ago when Hush was still an app and a website. Unfortunately, it is not anymore, so I will have to figure out where you can buy this product. It is one of my favorites. The tip is just so thin that it's really easy to get nice and precise up in there. So I'm going to speed through this. That's as good as those are getting. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with eyeshadow, which would always be my next step. And the dye decided it was going to be Just My Luck, which is kind of ironic that, you know, I didn't pick it, and it's a luck joke. This is a ColourPop 9-pan palette, and this is one that I have used many times. It is gorgeous. I love it. We're going to go right on in with it. I am going to kind of do it a certain way because I do know like what my highlighter and lip shade are going to be, and I kind of have an idea to tie it all together, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to take this BS Mall brush and I'm going to go in first with Kiss My Hoss, which is kind of a matte with shimmer in it, and we're just going to put that up into the crease, which is why I picked this brush, because it's kind of flat but still fluffy. I feel like it's gonna get up in there pretty good but still be able to fluff and blend it out. Alright, same thing on the other eye. And one thing I'm trying to work on in my videos is not saying and so as much, because when I have to edit and every other word is so I drive myself nuts. So I know that I have to be driving y'all nuts, and that's something I'm gonna work on. But just from the start of this video, it feels like so is gonna turn into alright, and I need some better transitional words. If anyone has any suggestions of things that I can like switch up between, that'd be great. Alright, I'm gonna take this same brush and go into the shade Act Natural down here. Ignore my nails, I need to redo them. I'm actually waiting until a little closer to Valentine's Day because there is a Color Street set that I really would like to use for Valentine's. But but I want to make sure that it lasts that long. So I just haven't bothered to take this polish off yet. And I do have a little bit of natural light, speaking of natural, coming in today. So I know I'm going to have to adjust these blinds in just a second, but I want to finish this part. Okay, that's better. All right, so, whoa, I just did them both. Cut that, start again. I have the base down that I want, and it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the shimmer shade, and then once I've got everything else on, I'll see if I want to adjust. So I'm actually gonna go in with the shade Olive You right here, which is an olive shimmer. And I'm going to just put this all over the lid. But I'm going to keep it pretty low. I'm not going to take it all the way up into the crease. It's going to go into the crease, but not very high. I think this palette is so gorgeous. I love it so, so much. If I could wear green shadow every day, I probably would. Just being honest. Green and blue, I think, are my favorite shadow shades to work with. That is the eye look for now. I'm going to go ahead and go into complexion. So the foundation that was decided on is the CYO Life Proof in the shade 103. This one you're supposed to shake before use. I'm going to pop some on the back of my hand. Maybe. Alright, well, we're going to work with that for now. I'm just going to take this, draw across my face. And then, while I'm blending it in, ooh, actually, this one might be a pretty decent shade match. It's blended into my chin pretty well. I haven't used this foundation a whole lot, but I have the other CYO Life Proof in 101 in my bathroom. Oh, that reminds me. Some of these products I do obviously have more of, but all of the ones that are in my bathroom that I use every day, or pretty much every day, I decided to leave in there because, one, if you follow me on Instagram, those are the products you're going to see the most often already. And two, I'm kind of forgetful, and I didn't want to forget to take them back in the bathroom because that is where I get ready for work in the mornings. So I didn't want to be without a product, because when I am getting ready for work, my boyfriend is in here sleeping, so I don't want to have to come in here and bother him just to get a product. So there are a few like foundations and highlighters and even my everyday brow product that were not in this lineup. And one of the foundations, which is why it reminded me, that's in there is that CYO in 101. There are a few spots where it almost looks like it's not blended out very well. I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but we're going to call that a day. And then I'm going to set it with the Ciate Extraordinary. I'm going to use this brush, which I don't normally use for setting powder, but I'm only going to be setting the areas that I'm putting other powder products, so I feel like it's a really good shape for that. So we're just gonna, I'm sure you can see the powder flying everywhere, and I apologize. Do y'all ever have a day where your alarm doesn't go off and you feel like you should be more upset about it than you are? Because that was me this morning. I usually on the weekends have an alarm set for like 8:15, 8:30, which I know is really early, but my intention was to go work out this morning, and my alarm just didn't go off. Not that I slept through it or I snoozed it, like it just didn't register. And at first I was kind of upset, but I did a little workout here and got quite a bit of cleaning done, so I also got some pretty good sleep actually. So there's that. Alright, now I'm gonna go in with bronzer. This one is a little scary because it was the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, but on the back it says it's medium deep matte bronzer. I don't think it looks that dark, really, but I really shouldn't be using anything meant for medium deep, so we'll see how that goes. I've never used this particular product. I did go in pretty light. It does look a little darker than I'm used to, but I've also been using the one in the Wander Beauty Blush and Bronzer Duo, and it's pretty cool toned and light. Since this has a bit of a reddish tint, I'm assuming that's more what bronzer's supposed to look like. I feel like I look like I rolled in mud. And I don't know if that's just me, because I feel like it's too dark, or if it just looks a little unblended. So I'm going to do this side, and then I'm going to do like a closer inspection type deal and try to fix it up. See, this side doesn't look as dark as this side. Did I go in a little heavier? I'm going to go back in with my powder brush and try to lighten it up just a little bit. Take something down my neck. I'm going to try to just even them out. I know that's a bad idea, but I'm going to put it away. Because next I got to go in with blush, and there's going to be like a whole lot of color on my face. Okay, I just feel like something doesn't look quite right about this side. Oh well. Alright, now blush. So I'm gonna try to make sure there's none left over on this brush from previous blush. And this is a BH Cosmetics #2 brush. Seems okay. And this is, again, the Laura Geller Baked Blush in the shade Tropic Hues. I'm pretty sure this is one that I received a while back from BoxyCharm, and it does have a little mirror up in the top where it's not see-through. It's called Baked and Brighten, and I don't know how well it picks up on camera, but it definitely has a bit of a sheen to it. So I can definitely see the brighten aspect. I feel like it's not as pigmented as I was expecting. I don't remember using this one too much. Maybe it's just next to the bronzer. It doesn't look as overwhelming, but it's really pretty. Whoop! Caught it. Y'all didn't see it, but I caught it. It's very shiny though. Alright, and then we have highlighter, which I'm really excited for. I haven't used this. I'm going to try to use the brush that it actually comes with, which is still in the packaging. I don't really know how this is supposed to work for highlight, but it's adorable, so we're going to give it a go. So I guess I'm just going to dust it across the top. There's like glitter going everywhere. So, oh, yeah, this is like just straight glitter. And on the bright side, it looks like it's got a bit of a goldish green tint, so it kind of goes well with the eyeshadow. Oh geez. I'm gonna have glitter on my face for the next 4 days. It's really pretty, but it's a lot of glitter, and I know that glitter highlight is not for everyone, so just be warned, it's glitter. I'm gonna take my pinky, tap into it, and tap it on my inner corner to tie everything together. See, it actually looks really good with the olive hue shade, at least in my opinion. Oh, I really don't think that could be a better highlighter for this look, actually. All right, now I'm nervous for this because my lipstick is Smashbox Punked Matte Greige lipstick. I love greige, but I don't feel like this look is calling for a gray, but that's okay. That's like a steel gray, like a bluish tint. Interesting. Let me finish my mouth. All right, here's where one of my ideas came in. So, eyes without, lips without. I'm gonna try to tie them in together just a little bit by going back into the palette. And I'm gonna take the shimmer of 50/50 up here, which is a like darker green shimmer, and just pat it across the lips. It's not exactly even, but I feel like it kind of ties it in a little better. I don't know, you tell me. Am I just crazy? Is that a good idea? Is that a bad idea? Let me know. Last but not least, a mascara that I really enjoy, which is the Wonder Beauty Mile High Club Mascara. I use their unlashed mascara almost every day. I feel like I've talked about it and referenced it so many times. Wonder Beauty just seems to really know what they're doing. I don't think that I've used a single Wonder Beauty product that I did not enjoy. And I know a lot of people complain about them being in subscription boxes all the time, but I think it's because they're a good product, you know? So that is one with and one without. And like always, once I'm done, I'll try to insert a little clip either with phone flash to help everything show up, or in natural lighting if there's still enough outside when I'm done. Alright. I'm gonna do a thing. I might regret it. I'm gonna add a little more highlighter. Take a little bit. I don't know if you can see the glitter flying everywhere. Just a little bit more right across the high point of my cheek. Do a little bit across that and down my nose, because who doesn't love a glittery nose? I'm just so happy with how well it matched the goldish green olive shade from the palette. It's a little overcast out here, but you still get an idea of how everything looks in natural lighting, albeit natural sun about to set winter lighting. All right, here we are in room with flash. All right, this is my finished roll the dice look. I don't know how to do a picture frame. Let me know your thoughts down below. Is this something that you would like to see turn into a monthly or just a regular thing? Maybe not even monthly, but from time to time. I did actually really have fun. My mouth could be a little better, but all in all, I'm pretty excited. The blush bronzer situation just takes a little getting used to, but overall, I'm pretty happy. Let me know your thoughts down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see more of my content. I will see you guys next time. Bye!